After years of emotional abuse, I faked amnesia following an accident. I listened to and recorded their entire plan to steal my assets and handed it all over to the police. My name is Qley, and until a few months ago, I was living what looked like a perfect life from the outside. I'm a successful interior designer with a thriving business that was originally a small, beloved firm my late grandfather Arthur had built from the ground up. He passed away a couple of years ago, and in his will, he left me everything: the company, a significant financial trust, and his beautiful, sprawling Victorian home. It was a testament to the bond we shared and his belief in my ability to carry on his legacy. But inheriting all that didn't just come with a brand new life. It came with a shadow. My parents, David and Evelyn, and my older brother James, saw my fortune not as a gift to me, but as a resource for them to exploit. For as long as I can remember, my life has been a series of demands, veiled threats, and emotional manipulation. It started small, with loans that were never repaid, and grew into a full-fledged financial shakedown. They had always lived far beyond their means. My dad, David, was a shrewd businessman in his own right, but he was reckless and addicted to high-stakes investments. My mom, Evelyn, had an insatiable appetite for luxury, constantly buying designer clothes, expensive art, and planning lavish, unnecessary vacations. James, my brother, was the worst of the three. He was a chronic gambler, a loose cannon who would cycle between charming pleas for money and aggressive, sometimes violent outbursts when I refused. After Grandpa Arthur's death, their sense of entitlement became a torrent. The inheritance, which was meant to secure my future, became their personal piggy bank. Every week was a new crisis. My dad needed a bailout for a failed venture, my mom wanted to redecorate their already opulent home, and James had another can't-miss tip that required thousands of dollars. The company, the house, the trust, they saw it all as theirs, a family fund they had a right to, and I was just the unfortunate gatekeeper. I tried to stand my ground, but the pressure was relentless. They used every psychological trick in the book. Evelyn would cry and tell me I was breaking her heart by being so selfish. David would use his booming, authoritative voice to remind me of my familial duty. And James would get in my face, his breath hot with anger, threatening to cut me out of the family for good if I didn't comply. It was a slow, agonizing suffocation. The breaking point came one rainy Tuesday afternoon. I had just gotten home from a particularly stressful day at the office when James was there waiting for me. He was in a rage, having lost a significant amount of money on a long-shot bet. He cornered me at the bottom of the grand oak staircase that Grandpa Arthur had so lovingly restored. "I need 50 grand, Qley," he snarled, his eyes wild. "Now. I'm not asking. I'm telling you." I was exhausted, my patience completely gone. "I don't have it, James," I said, trying to push past him. "I'm not bailing you out again. The company needs that money for payroll." That's when he lost it. He grabbed my arm, hard,